Hi guys, I just wanted to quickly go over how to plot from a table of values onto a Cartesian plane. If you're not too sure about what a Cartesian plane is or how to plot points or read points, I have put up another video that I would recommend that you watch before you watch this one. But otherwise, let's get stuck in. Right? This is my table of values. I've got X, I've got Y, right? And what I want to do is I want to plot this onto a graph. Now, the idea being that underneath each of these points, I should be able to write in the coordinate for where they're going to be plotted. Okay? And that is purely based off that graph. So if you watched that last video, you know that you always plot points as x, comma, y. So this first point, x is 1, y is negative 2. X is 2, y is 1. X is 3, y is 4. X is 4, y is 7. They're my points. We'll come back to this table in a second. I just want to jump down here and let's see if we can plot some of this and then you'll get an idea of how it works. So the first point was 1 and negative 2. So x equals 1, y equals negative 2 would go here. Okay. Then we had x equals 2, y equals positive 1. That would go there. X equals 3, y equals positive 4. Got there. X equals 4, y equals positive 7, which I haven't done my scale high enough, but if I had, it would have gone up to here, right? So they're my points, and you should see from when I'm plotting them that now there actually should be a pretty straight line that can go through all 4 points. All right, now it's very slightly off because my scale isn't drawn with a ruler, but you get the idea. It's supposed to be a straight line that you can draw through all of these points. Right? That's my straight line through all those points. At the end, I'm just going to put a couple of little arrows to say that that line continues on forever. Right? And that's how and I've just plotted that table of values. Right? Plotted all those points. I've drawn my straight line through it. That is how I've done my linear graph. Right? So, with this table, what I want you to do is I want you to have a go. I want you to pause the video and have a go and see if you can follow the pattern first to finish off the rest of the table. Then when you're done, I want to see if you can graph or plot these points onto a Cartesian plane. So give that a go now, please. So pause the video and give that a shot, and I'll go through it in a second. Okay, assuming that you've done that, the pattern here is +2, so every time it goes up by 2. So these should be the rest of my values. Right? It goes up by 2 every time. There is actually a linear rule here as well, which I can tell if it's going up by 2 every time, that means y equals 2x plus something. So it looks to be 2x plus 1. So there is actually a rule to this. So whatever x is times 2 plus 1 will give you the value underneath. All right. So that's a lesson for another video. Okay, so I've got that now. And now I'm going to jump over to my Cartesian plane, which I've drawn. And I'm going to plot all these points. And I apologize because it's probably not quite in shot. But, you know, I can only do so much with my camera. All right, I'm going to plot all these points very quickly, and you can compare it with your one. So we had x is 1, y is 3, 2, y is 5, x is 3, y is 7. And you can see I'm getting a pretty clear line going through there. Technically, to get a graph, all we need is 2 lines. Because this is specifically asking me to plot all of it, I'm going to plot the whole thing. But that would normally be enough for me to draw a straight line and say that this is the linear line. 5 and 11, 13, 7 and 15, 8 and 17. Right? You can see that line emerges pretty easily. I'm just going to draw a line through them. Right. See that? See how they're all in a perfectly straight line? That's how I plotted my linear graph. So this is a linear line. So hopefully you got the same answer as me, or at least somewhat similar. You might have used a scale of 1. I've used a scale of 2. That's the idea, right? So with that in mind, I'm going to leave you to it, and you can do some plotting work on your own. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.